Hello people of the internet, Jessica's here, back with another programming video. It's been a while, so I figured I would just kinda make a video. Yeah, anyways, this was actually a project I did several years ago, and at the time, I did it a little bit differently, and I kinda wanted to do it again just to show a friend. Basically what I'll be doing today is making a maze program. Not just a maze program, I guess a maze solver. So the program is intended to receive an input file that has certain values that distinguish the, I guess, visitable indexes and the ones that aren't. Basically, the program has to figure out how to solve the maze. And to take that a step further, I'm also going to implement the graphical user interface as well. So maybe there will be a button or something to, I don't know, load in different mazes and then a button to solve them to. And then you can watch an animation of the maze being solved. Now, with mazes, obviously, an easy way to solve any maze, I guess, is to do the the whatever, right-hand rule, left-hand rule, whatever it is. If you just put your hand on a wall on a maze and just, I guess, follow that around and never take your hand off the wall, eventually you'll leave the maze. That's kind of how the program's going to work, is that I'll either just always look clockwise or always look counterclockwise. So starting with the cell on my left or starting with the cell on my right, I think the program says do it clockwise. So yeah, that's what we'll do. And basically we'll have to have some type of object to hold our visited path, because if we went there and it was wrong, we need to go back. And yeah, anyways, this video is actually just going to be reading the requirements. The next video will actually start the programming, so I'm going to read the requirements here and then maybe decide some of the objects and stuff that we'll have to make. I'm going to let it be known, I'm a little bit rusty in Java. I'm actually a Perl programmer. I do some C++ and some Java too, but not a lot of Java lately. So by no means is this intended to be any type of tutorial, more so just kind of a fun video to, I don't know, make a program, because I think it's awesome. Alright, so in this assignment you are to write a program that finds a path through a maze. The maze will be represented by a two-dimensional array of ints. You will be given a starting point in the array that consists with a pair of ints x, y, and this pair x is the row, blah blah blah, y is the column, or yeah. So 5 is a solid rock and 0 is where we can go. Now I'm going to take that a step further. While I'm doing this, I'm actually going to change the solution path integers to a different number 2, and that's going to send something to our user interface controller that's going to say, hey, change this to a different color, because we're going to have something go through and make it so we can view the solution to a maze. Maybe we'll even implement a maze builder, I don't know. So this one says the successful run of the program is just supposed to do this. Say 1 0 1 1 1 2 2 2. So we know that this isn't the right way already. 3 2 4 2 4 3 4 4 5. Okay, and then we're out. Oh, okay. So change the value of a starting cell from 0 to 1, make an instance of the coordinate class. Now this is actually, like I said, I did this for a class a couple of years ago. My friend actually just sent me this because he's in the class now. So those are the requirements now. So they have some coordinate class, and I think they also made a stat class in class or something. So we'll probably do something similar too for this program. Okay, oh, here we go. So you will get your input for this program from a file. The first line, the file will contain the number of rows for the array, followed by a space, followed the number of columns for the array. Each succeeding line, except for the last, will contain the values for the rows. Thus, a file for the array is shown above, or below, rather. Oh, we're talking about, yeah, never mind, I'm done. Alright, so here's the maze that we just saw above. The rest is kind of out of, you know what, I can move the camera. My last Camtasia video was like, I don't know, it was too too big, like you couldn't read the code or anything, so I decided I wanted to make the video smaller. Your program will read the first line and construct an array of dimensions, then your program will read the rest of the lines except for the last line and populate the array. Now this last thing I think is where we start. Yeah, that's the starting coordinate. So yeah, this is where we're supposed to start for our maze. Now the thing about it is, so like if we created like, for example, a maze builder or something, we would just basically be outputting files that ended up looking like this. And then I don't know, maybe like set a little flag as a starting point. Anyways, and yeah, it looks like we're past due date. It's currently November 16th, so looks like they did it a while ago. I did this a couple years ago initially, so I don't even think I have my source code anymore. However, I will be actually saving my source code this time and the Java executable, the executable jar once we're finished. So that should be available on my website, thenexusgrid.com, and it'll be under the code section. Anyways, moving onwards. So a few things that we'll need. I'm just gonna open up a notepad here. So they already mentioned a coordinate class. That's just going to be something we're going to, I guess, it's program requirements, so may as well follow those. That's going to have the x and y values for a given coordinate. Seems simple enough. We'll have another class that'll have, I guess, our solution? Maybe? Well, I'll say obviously we'll need something main. I try to keep as much out of main as possible. Naturally, it's, I guess, good practice. As far as the other things, and this is actually the part that I'm more excited about, we'll need a window, which is JFrame. We'll need, these aren't all just programming requirements, we'll need some pictures. So, a wall, empty, solve. Wow, yeah, those mean something to me, but yeah, basically this will be a wall box, empty box, and a, well, our path box, where we're good. We will need, I think we'll need some type of event handlers. We'll need 2 different frames, so we'll probably want some type of, oh, not frames, sorry, well, I guess kind of frames. They're going to be windows within our window, if that makes sense, not windows, but like JPanels. JPanel manager, or panel manager. The way I picture this is like on the left, say you'll have your maze stuff, on the right you'll have maybe your user controls like, hey, load this maze file, and or maybe a button to say create maze file, and then the button obviously to animate the solution. Because I mean the initial run of this program is going to be just what it said here, but this really doesn't take that long, so I'm just gonna, you know, already write up the things that we want to see when we finish this program, because yeah, anyways, so you know, to be honest, most of this logic can probably happen in one class. It's not maybe a maze solver. Because we'll have a maze object, or maybe there's just a solve method in there. Maybe. Okay. Oh, that was my phone. Anyways, okay, so I think I'll leave this video at this point, and starting the next video we'll actually start programming in Java, which will be fun. So I'll talk to you then, or kind of.